Greetings to you. Let's jump right into today's project. So I have this piece of wall art from the Dollar Tree, and the first thing I want to do is just simply number all four sides. I'm also going to number my painter sticks. And the reason for doing so is because when we purchase things from the Dollar Tree, they're not always straight. Some things just are wonky and just downright lopsided. So by numbering them, what we ensure is that when we go back to attach these painter sticks to our project, that everything fits nice and cohesively. Now, after I have numbered and measured these painter sticks, again, these are the standard size painter sticks that you can get from any improvement store, a home improvement store that is. What I'm going to do is use my favorite new tool, the miter box, and I'm going to stand these painter sticks up on their sides, and I'm going to give them that mitered corner. And again, that mitered corner is just simply that 45-degree angle to be sure that our sides are nice and crisp. And I'm doing that to all four of those. So now all four pieces have been mitered. What I want to do is attach it to my box, well, my wall art, with Fabri-Tac. I love Fabri-Tac because it dries really clear and it also dries very fast. I have these popsicle sticks from the Dollar Tree. I did get these from the Crafters Square section. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. They have some really nice items. What I'm doing with these popsicle sticks is I'm cutting off the rounded ends, and I'm going to go from there and cut each popsicle stick into pieces. There are no specific measurements, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just simply going in and just cutting them into pieces. Now I have a whole pile of these that I have done earlier. And let me tell you, when you go to cutting these up, cutting those ends off, it's going to fool around and look like a woodchuck or a beaver has been in your craft room. But hey, that's part of being a crafter, being messy. All right, now I'm going to bring in my ruler, and I am actually using my ruler to ensure that each line, each row is going to be nice and straight. Because again, sometimes we buy things from the Dollar Tree, they're not always straight, but this is going to help us to let our rows be straight as possible. Now the pieces on the end, I'm actually just measuring them, and then I am cutting it to be sure that it fits the way that it's supposed to fit. And after I've done so, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start attaching each piece to my project with hot glue. Now, I will say that the shears that I'm using to cut down these popsicle sticks, I did buy those from the Dollar Tree. So if you can find those, I humbly suggest that you purchase them because they come in really, really handy. Now, moving on to my second row, where my two individual pieces meet, that's where I'm going to lay the next piece, and that forms my second row. And this will give us that masonry bricklaying pattern. Now, when it gets down to the ends, again, I'm going to show you how we're going to do so. So I'm laying it down on each end, and I'm going to measure it. I'm simply going to cut it, then attach it. And I'm going to show you how to do that again. I'm taking my piece, I'm laying it down on the project, then I'm measuring where it needs to be cut. I'm going to cut it, then attach it to my project with my hot glue. And I'm going to continue to do this until I get down to my last row. Now you see I've gotten down to my last row, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a popsicle stick. I'm going to cut both rounded ends off and simply lay it against the project horizontally. And then I'm just going to measure it. I'm going to cut each piece individually and then cut each individual piece going up that line. And that will give us the pieces that we need to finish off that last line, or that last row, so to speak. And you see how nice those shears from the Dollar Tree really cut that wood down. Now, when you're cutting these pieces horizontally, I will tell you that that natural split will help you out a whole lot. So after I have cut each piece, now I'm just going to attach it to my project. And now, do you see the different shades of that wood? I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. And this is my last piece. Very nice. I like it. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and sand down these edges, because when we have cut them, that can really give us a splinter. So what we're going to do is we're going to sand down each corner, each side, and we're going to sand down the tops, and especially those mitered corners. If you're liking what you're seeing so far, I humbly ask that you will please subscribe to our channel. Please hit the like button and leave us a comment down below. We would love to have you join the One Way Designs 238 team. Now, I would like to know also if you prefer the plain wood texture or if you would stain it. Which one do you like better? Me personally, I like both of them. But let me know what you think and what you like down below in the comment section. Now, after I have sanded my piece down, I want to add a bottom to it. So I'm taking this sign from the Dollar Tree, the summer sign, and I'm going to measure the project on the board. And I'm simply going to cut it out. And the way that we're going to cut it out is I am going to use a straight edge, which is my ruler, and I'm going to take my utility knife and I'm going to score across those lines about 3 or 4 times. And after I have scored it, all I have to do is just pop it. And it pops right off. Well, let me score it again. Again, that's why I said I score it 3 to 4 times. And you see, it just pops right off. Now I'm doing the other side. Now, if you like doing crafts like this, or if you like doing other types of crafts that would require these signs, I would really grab as many as I could while they are out. I also grab them during the different holiday seasons like Easter, Valentine's Day, especially during Christmas. Every time they come out with a different shape, I do get them. Now what I want to do to this piece of board is I'm going to take off this sticky adhesive sign. And the way that I'm going to do so is I am just going to take my blow dryer. This is an old blow dryer that I use specifically for crafting. And I am going to let this melt down that adhesive a bit, and that label will come right up. And I learned this particular trick or hack from Caitlin at Crafts by Caitlin. If you have not checked her out, please do so. She does some amazing DIYs. I'm sure you'll enjoy her. Please go check her out and tell her that Ray sent you to her. Now I'm going to take the same sandpaper, and what I'm doing is just sanding off that layer of adhesive on the back of that piece of sign. So now I am going to take my hot glue, and I do use the Gorilla Glue hot glue stick, excuse me. And I'm just going to lay that on the perimeter of that piece. That way I can attach my project to the top of it. And when you are attaching it, take your time to be sure that everything is lined up just the way that it should be lined up. So next, I am going to do the staining. Now, the way that I do the staining is I just simply take whatever shades of brown that I would like to use, and I just water it down so it's nice and thin. Now, you can use a darker stain if you really like that dark stain, or you can use a lighter paint, that is, if you like a lighter color. Me personally, I do like somewhere between the middle, so I use a darker and a lighter brown that is watered down. And I'm just going to simply go across this entire project with this watered down paint. But I want to show you that where our pieces actually meet on the top, I'm actually going to take some of that paint and I'm actually just going to push it down into the crevices. Now, after that has been done, you can see the different shades of the wood really coming through, and you can see the nice wood grain of it. Now, I'm very impatient when it comes to paint drying. I don't like to sit and watch paint dry, so I just take the blow dryer and I just hit the project with it, and that really helps to speed up the drying process. And as it dries, it does get lighter in color. And actually, in all honesty, sometimes it can come out looking kind of washed out. Now, you could leave it like so if that's the look that you like. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take some of my matte Mod Podge, and I'm going to mix it with the rest of the paint that I have left over. And I'm going to give this project a coat of this Mod Podge and paint mixture. And what this will do is actually darken the paint color, and it will also put a protective seal over the project. Now, with this particular project, you could use this riser to display a number of things. And at the end of the video, stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you the versatility of this project. Now, I put my Mod Podge on. It's nice and dry. Well, semi-dry. And what I want to do is I want to take this larger gauged twine, and I'm going to put a couple of rows of this around the base perimeter of this riser. And this will cover up where the bottom meets the actual project. And I think that the twine really adds that farmhouse feel to it. And there's our finished product. So now I just want to show you the versatility of this riser. Look how nice that turned out. I just have a cross displayed on it. You could have a nice picture displayed on top of this, a nice candle. If you didn't want to do that, your favorite statue. The limits are there is no limit to it. I've taken this riser and I have simply placed it on top of a candlestick holder, and I have just placed a simple arrangement on the top. Now, if you don't want to use the riser for a riser, you could also use it as a piece of wall art. And I'm showing you how I've done that. Voila. I simply took a piece of foam core board. I just cut out a circle. I added a letter, some twine around the edges, added some greenery, a bow, and a hanging fixture. Quite easy, quite simple. So, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have liked it, I do encourage you to please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to have you here at One Way Designs 238. Until next time, be blessed. Bye-bye.